discuss our last of the 3 cycles, the rock cycle. Make sure you have out your rock cycle notes, and you are going to need 5 different colors for this set of notes, so please pause the video right now and get a writing instrument. First, we need to know the difference between rocks and minerals. Minerals are naturally occurring, inorganic, solid that has a crystal structure and a chemical composition. Alright, what does all of these things mean? Naturally occurring means not man-made. We cannot make minerals. Inorganic means there is no living things. Okay, hopefully you know that a solid means it has a definite volume and shape. It has a crystalline structure, or a crystal structure. Okay. This means that the atoms have an ordered repeating pattern. And a defined chemical composition means it always has the same properties. That's hard to see. Let's try this again. A mineral is going to react the same way if heated from one mineral to the next if it's the same type of mineral. So another way we can say what minerals are they're not made crystal or have a nice ordered pattern with no living things in it, and their chemical composition is the same, which means it always has the same properties. Rocks, on the other hand, are a naturally occurring combination of at least 2 or more minerals. So we take minerals and we put them together to make rocks. There are 3 classifications of rocks. Igneous is our first classification of rock. Igneous rocks are fire-formed. They're formed when lava or magma cools. Lava, okay, if we're looking at this volcano coming out, lava is what's inside the volcano. Lava is when it's outside the earth. And this is, magma is inside. What happens is you have a volcano that has lava. The lava erupts out of the top of the volcano and ends up as magma. This magma cools, and you can watch this magma here cooling. Let's go back a little bit. Okay, as it cools, it becomes more solid. Think about candle wax. When it's that liquid, it's like it's magma, and when it cools, like right now, it's becoming a solid, and this is an igneous rock. Our most common types that you maybe have heard before. It's obsidian. It's a dark black rock. There's basalt, and there's granite. These are all forms of igneous rocks. Make sure you have these 3 points down in your notes, some examples, and please make sure you know the difference between lava and magma. Our second type of rock is sedimentary rock. These are formed when sediment is pressed together. It tends to be soft and crumbly. Think about taking crumbs from a cupcake or a cookie, and you want the last of it, so you push them together. This is a sedimentary rock. You can see the sand and pebbles and stone. So how sedimentary rocks form is over time, layers of rocks, of dead animals, of shells are collected. And this is pressed down over and over. You can see the layers here. You can see the stripes. Anytime you can see the stripes, means it's most likely sedimentary. The only thing that happens here is just pressure. Stalagmites and stalactites are found in caves, and these are actually an example of chemical sedimentary. Our last type is metamorphic rock. These are formed from heat and pressure. So magma was just heat. Sedimentary was just pressure. Metamorphic is heat and pressure. The importance with metamorphic, though, is there is no melting. In magma, we had that liquid melting. Metamorphic, we don't have that. But when we heat it up and we apply pressure, the chemical structure of the rock changes. And you're able to make things like marble, quartzites, and schnittz. How do all of these form? So at this point, you're going to need your writing instruments, your colored writing instruments. You are going to need 6 of them. Our 3 types of rock are going to go into these circles here. The rock that forms from sediment is sedimentary. Our type that forms from magma is igneous. And our last type is metamorphic. Metamorphic. Alright, so pick your first color here. And we're going to color in our key so we know which is which. Anytime weathering and erosion happens, you form sediments or tiny bits of rocks. So I'm going to color in my arrows going towards So I'm going to color in my arrows pointing towards sediment, because this is an example of weathering and erosion. Weathering and erosion makes sediment. Melting makes magma. Anytime those rocks make it to the center of the earth, they get heated up ridiculously hot to make magma. Remember, magma is the inside of the earth. We have melting. When magma cools off, we get our igneous rocks. When just pressure is applied to sediment, we get our sedimentary rocks. And when heat and pressure is applied, we get our metamorphic rock.
Good morning. Today is Wednesday, May 27th. The schedule goes as follows.
Notice how we can change from one form of rock to another. You can take any form of rock, igneous and sedimentary, and apply heat and pressure and get metamorphic. You can, so we have our metamorphic. You can take any form of rock and undergo weathering and get sediment. And that sediment then becomes sedimentary rock. And you can melt any rock to get magma.